Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anderson and I'm from the Millennial Digital Nomad. In today's video, I want to talk about some of the challenges that I faced on my journey to become a digital nomad in the year of 2022. The first one, which is a very obvious one and is also the biggest roadblock for me right now, is the logistic, as I won't have a place here anymore. So I think that's probably like the hardest part, to let go of the possession, like when to sell things and when to get rid of things. The biggest one that I have is probably my car, because car is not something like a furniture where I can just like put it into the storage. I mean, I can, but it will just cost way too much, and it doesn't make sense for a car to just sit in the storage for a year, because car depreciate in value, and also if you don't drive it for a prolonged period of time, you know, the battery dies, and then but you still have to pay for the rego and the insurance, that kind of stuff. So that is like the first thing that has to go. The journey of me trying to sell the car has been a nightmare so far. I think I put up the car for sale on like Facebook Marketplace for more than 2 weeks now. I get tons and tons of messages from people wanting to buy the car. I find it on Facebook Buy Swap, people can get really flaky. Like, there are so many instances where I will schedule a time to do the inspection and they will not show up, or there are a couple of times when like they did show up and they will do the test drive and everything. One of the guy even took the car out for a test drive of like half an hour. At the very end, he was saying, oh, I can only pay you this much, which was like way less than what I was asking for. So a lot of like time waster or like low baller like that. But today I finally have a solid offer. So I had one more person that have came through today. They test drive the car, they like it, and we negotiated a price and they put down the deposit. So tomorrow I am going to take the car to a service center to get the RWC, which is the roadworthy certificate that you need in order to transfer ownership of a car here in Victoria. Once I get that, I can then organize final transfer, and yep, and then my car will finally be sold. So that is like a huge relief from my end, because like car has been the biggest roadblock for me, because unlike all the small things you can store in the storage, car is hard. Like, I can't really book a flight or accommodation until I know that for sure it won't be my car anymore. Because what if I book a flight on the 1st of September, on the 31st of August, the car is still there, then I kind of have to change my whole plan. You know, I have to call the airline, I have to call the Airbnb or wherever I'm going next to like reschedule. It doesn't make sense to do anything drastic until I know the car is no longer with me. So now that the car is gone, I can finally make some solid plan. And the next thing is that when I got my storage unit, it is actually much smaller than I thought. My initial plan was to actually put my bigger item like my couch and my mattress in there as well. But after seeing the storage unit, it actually made me second guess my decision. We decided that it's probably best for me to sell my couch, because when we come back, we probably gonna move in together and we're probably gonna need like a bigger couch. And I think that's a realization that I have, is that right now there are a lot of stuff that I own and they have sort of been like tying me down, and it has been like really making me second guess my decision of wanting to take on this journey. And it just made me realize that attachment I have towards stuff, it is making me not able to progress further with my decision. And I think from this experience, it just really made me realize that at the end of the day, these are all just stuff, you know, not trying to be philosophical or anything. We come into this world with nothing. When we leave this world, we can't really take it with us, but the memory lasts forever. At the end of the day, they're just stuff. I guess my point is that when I come back, I'll probably will be buying less stuff. The second challenge that I face is the feeling of getting pushed out of my comfort zone. I think humans are a creature of habit. There are certain routines in your life that you're so used to. For me, it will be getting up in the morning, make a coffee in my kitchen, and then I'll do my work. When I finish work, I'll go to the gym, come home, make dinner, and then on the weekend, I'll go to the market, catch up with friends, etc. And these are the things that I just do. There are certain places that I always go to get coffee, certain places that I go to get food, and it just feels very second nature to me. Now to take on this nomadic lifestyle means that I have to learn to adopt to a new way of living quickly. and be able to make adjustment to it quickly as well. I will be in a new city pretty much every few weeks. I need to learn to live like a local. I won't have a regular gym membership. I had to learn how to do exercise with just body weights. I won't be able to make my regular breakfast with like frozen berries, like spinach. It just forced me to think outside of the box, like what else can I do to still live a healthy lifestyle without the access to the regular stuff that I would normally have in Melbourne. The third challenge that I'm facing right now is the feeling of sadness of leaving friends and my life behind in Melbourne. As you get older, you become more selective with the people that you choose to spend time with. And I have a group of close friends that I catch up with regularly. We'll do dinners, we'll go out for drinks, we'll do board game together, we'll go watch a show together. And because we're such a close group of friends, by me and my partner both leaving, it almost makes me feel a bit guilty of leaving them behind. It also makes me feel quite anxious about whether we'll be able to make new friends whilst being overseas. The last challenge that I'm currently facing right now is the uncertainty of 2022 and beyond. COVID, it is still around us. There's still a lot of countries that still have the COVID restriction with like travel restriction. Some countries still require you to do a PCR test before boarding, at arrival, or some countries still require you to do a quarantine, etc. That's another layer of like barrier that I have to face to choose to become a digital nomad in 2022. Also, another one is like there's still war happening, and that has created like a ripple effect on prices has gone up, and also safety of neighboring country, meaning that like there's some country that I initially wanted to go during this journey, I won't be able to do that anymore. And also there are talk of recessions, or recession has already happened, feeling of uncertainty whether the job will be secure and stable with the rising cost of living and fuels. It does add another layer of barrier to trying to become a digital nomad in 2022. So with all these challenges, what is the take-home message from me? I think, like, yes, there are a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, there is no better time than now. As long as we're still healthy and capable, like a lot of this can be overcome. I really think that like time is essence. Whatever you want to do, like you should just do it when you're young and healthy. A lot of things like money that's lost, they can be made when you leave. You can't take them with you, but memory lasts forever. And opportunities don't always align 100%. I've set a goal that I want to become a digital nomad, and unfortunately it is 2022, but hey, I just gotta make it work. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.